Today we're looking at things that I find incredibly interesting. British people. But not just any British people, famous ones. Famous ones on TikTok.
We're people too, even if we don't look like it.
For a long time now, British TikTok has been completely out of control.
We're sick of being singled out for our disease.
Britain has been collecting the infinity stones of terrible TikTok personalities for a while now, guys. The 7 deadly sins of the internet are on full display at all times. You know who we're talking about. Paul, Mizzy, Elphaba, James Corden, and old Greg. And there's more. There's also good ones. My favorite swear words are bollock, shit, and fuck. A lot of stuff has happened with Paul over the last couple months. Since I first discovered him, I've stayed out of anyone else's videos that have been made on him. I've just been consuming TikTok for around 35 minutes to an hour a day. And I see him almost every single day in some form or another.
Mizzy, where did you find her? At the chip shop.
This man is literally world famous. He has accumulated over 900,000 followers. I assume all British people. I don't really know. I'm gonna take this hat off. By the way, this is just Paul's current account. He has 900,000 followers now. He's been banned in the past multiple times, and he still is allowed to create content every single time. I guess because his bans may be your fault. Well, no, that his channels don't count. I don't know, but I know people mass report him, all right? And that's pretty funny to me. Personally, why I believe Paul is so famous and so big in the British sphere is because he is just simply so enchanting.
What's up?
They say Britain is the land of enchantment, and he's a bit like a snake charmer with his impressive dance moves and his impeccable, flawless lip syncs.
If we ever broke up, I'd never be sad. Think about everything I thought we had if we ever broke up.
He's like Britney on SNL. This is how he entices people, though. Skill.
No!
Talent.
No!
Unbridled gifts from God. Paul originally blew up because of his horniness for a guy named Jack Grealish.
Jack Grealish. He could break me and I wouldn't say no.
And he also loves green grass.
Green grass.
But in spite of this, newfound fame from these sort of positive, funny little things, his little dances, etc., he also has blown up a lot for the wrong reasons instead of just the right reasons. That is green grass and being bred by Jack Grealish. Most people, I don't believe, are Paul's fans. They are people who love watching cringe content. People love laughing at things that are unbearable or cringe or just difficult to understand. That is the entire existence of my second channel, oompaville. Now, Paul getting all these eyes on him kind of led people to dig a little bit deeper. He acts like a child in spite of being a 50, 60-year-old man. We really don't know, and people started digging deeper, and allegations started to surface. People started to dig deeper, and allegations started to surface. That's the end of Paul Preach for you guys. Allegations of grooming underage individuals, and even a story of him impregnating a girl that was underage when he was 27. A person named Grace also came forward, a little funny story about Paul, and accused Paul of grooming her while she wasn't underage, but she was under the age of 20. 19, I guess, and 20 years old, I'm not sure. Paul sent her inappropriate messages and photos. They even met in person as well. But the problem is that this was all prefaced under the guise of them meeting up for a photo shoot. That's where it gets a little funny.
I just thought I was going to be staying with him for like 3 or 4 hours. I thought we'd go get lunch, do a photo shoot, I don't know, walk around the shop. If he wanted to walk around Norwich, show him some places he can go, and then drop him off at his hotel and go. That's what I thought was happening. And then I just felt like I couldn't leave. Like, it was like...
Grace reached out to him asking for the shoot and then invited him to come to her town as shown in these messages. But Paul's a 45-year-old man. I suppose it's not super strange to meet up with someone when you're a famous person if you're trying to take photos, but it just seems a little bit creepy, very Leonardo DiCaprio type beat, in my opinion. And for this, he was called out by many people, including a TikToker named Boo. Whoever that is, I'm not exactly sure. Here they are.
Hi guys, my name's Boo, and this is a message directly for you, Paul.
And then since all this happened, Grace has been talking about Paul and podcast experiences, which is incredible to me. She's driving a 40-year-old man around in her town who came into town by train. That is so incredible.
Yeah, it was New Year's Eve where he came down. I picked him up from the train station.
You picked him up from the train? Does he not drive?
How old is he?
He's 42.
Bloody hell.
He said that he's too scared to drive.
Also, Paul apparently lives with his father as well, which is dope. I would live with my dad too if I wasn't living the lifestyle of the rich and famous in Hollywood. Just kidding, I don't do that. Yeah, this TikTok came out of him stopping his dad from coming into the bathroom during one of his live streams. Incredible. I just like to think that he lives with his dad and he dances like this. Please, God, let that be true. Please let the Paul is literally a child lore be true. Please, please, please let it be true. Grace also talks about how she feels manipulated by him to not, he doesn't want her to talk about him, basically.
No, like, he did not want me to talk about him. Like, you know everyone's calling him a narcissist.
Yeah.
It was the classic, don't talk about me and we won't have a problem. It was very, like, manipulative language. Manipulative. Yeah.
Allegedly, he also threatened to sewer slide himself to her.
And then he pulled the I want to end my life card. Yeah, and then he did the classic go silent for like a couple days so people get worried, and then people were like messaging me saying, well, if you yourself, then you've got blood on your hands.
Oh, trying to put it on you.
You're starting to see how the whole interaction is bad beyond just how it looks aesthetically. She also talked about him earning 25 grand on Cameo in 6 months, which is so amazing, dude. There are so many people buying Paul Breach cameos. What the fuck? Hey, love, how you doing? Oh, it's me, Paul. Me, Paul. Paul. Chucky Walkie. Chucky Walkie. I guess it's so cringe. It's like a gag gift, right? It's like a gag gift. There was also a headline for our favorite British TikToker, Paul, in April about him asking to take pictures with girls at school and filming children, which is fucking dope, dude. And it seems as though the police were also involved at some point, in the sense that they were alerted and they contacted parents and letting them know to tell their children if they're approached to contact police. Now, Paul responded to this and said that none of this happened, which makes sense. It does seem like something that would be fabricated and made up by trolls or to stir up more shit, but it because people think it's very funny. Not saying it's not true, because the dude definitely has a track record of being a bit of a fucking weirdo. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if it was. I wouldn't be surprised if it was fake. It's just a TikTok saying something absurd. People are also critical of his response, saying that he's a little bit dismissive given the severity of the allegations. Which, dude, it is so funny to me. This whole fucking thing. This guy Paul. He won't go away. He's like a damn street shrimp. He won't. You can't get rid of him. He could survive a nuclear blast. Nuclear blast. Nuclear. This fucker could survive a nuclear blast. Check out this giraffe. So far, in spite of all the commentary channels and all the negative TikToks and all the haters, there have been no charges on Paul, which makes sense, because it seems like to me he's just a big fat fucking cringe lord, and that's about it. Sure, he's had his channels deleted multiple times, but always less than 24 hours later, he's back, and he's almost got 1 million again, dude. How is that? Who is watching this content? A little bit of a bright side here for the British people watching, for their favorite content creator, Paul. I believe he's making a change. He's turned a new leaf. This man might actually be trying to contribute if the caption to this cringe fucking TikTok is to be believed. Following this, he posted a TikTok thanking his fans for supporting him, especially gifters, and people that talk to him every day, because he needs friends. Since then, he hasn't really posted much, so maybe he's gone. I'm not sure. It's been 6 days. Weird. So maybe Paul's going away, guys. Let's have a round of applause. Maybe Paul's going away. Old cringe Paul. Terrible. A little self-awareness would help, though. A little self-awareness would help. Hate yourself a little bit more. Be like me. Now, you know who hasn't begun to change at all and is still just really weird and cringe? Elphaba the Greedy. Yet another one of the 7 sins of TikTok. You may know of Elphaba, famous trans activist, an influencer on TikTok who's been getting a lot of flack lately for just being a lot of things, like a beggar. We'd literally go on lives and plead people to give gifts, stating she couldn't pay bills, had no money for food, and was literally e-begging her community to pay for her stuff instead of getting a job or, having respect for the influence you have instead of just begging. And in reality, she didn't use this money for bills or anything like that. She used the money for shoes, dresses.
Elphaba begs for gifts so she can buy
right,
£80. Is there a dress to wear to begin?
Let's do 100 hand hearts then.
It was seen many times that these were just things she would wear once and then throw away and just toss in the rubbish. And this was seen by her community as being very disrespectful, which is based in red-pilled, black-pilled TikTok audience be like, oh, don't throw that dress away. Get that to sorting. Another massive thing that people really don't like about Elphaba is her lack of hygiene. She personally states that it is for mental health reasons, which if you're not cleaning yourself, if you're not being hygienic and taking care of your body, which is very important, by the way, for mental health reasons, you probably should go try and improve your mental health before you're begging on TikTok as well. I think that's very low on the totem pole of Maslow's hierarchical needs. But since it's going to be worse. If you're just appearing as someone who is gross and unhygienic, you're going to get bullied for good reason, because it's gross, it's bad, it's unhealthy, it's dangerous for people around you. You could literally be you could cause an outbreak of scabies. You could be on the bioterrorism wanted list, like other TikTokers. Just kidding. Now, in spite of all the hate that Elphaba just gets from trolls in general, she also gets hate from her own audience for always claiming that she has autism, and she has a self-diagnosis, and that is sound and it's not that deep, which could be true. But at the same time, I think a professional diagnosis in this instance is intelligent. There's a lot of problems going on that are none of my business in reality, but at the same time, it's on TikTok. Freedom of speech, I guess. Oh, and also she did say in Discord that she was not autistic as well, and that she didn't have autism, which is pretty funny. So faking autism, not enough. How about faking Tourette's, my friends? How about faking some Tourette's? Imagine just faking anything. Any disease, disorder, disability. Oh, what is wrong with you? Oh my God, that is so yucky. It's just unbecoming. What the fuck is wrong with you? Stop posting. They don't even seem real to me. I understand they're real people, but it just doesn't seem real. How can this be real? How can these people be real? Now, on top of the head lice, disgustingness, and also just lying about shit all the time, the biggest controversy Elphaba has been in is with the trans community, where she was kind of seen as a spokesperson, but the community didn't understand why she stopped her transition. And this wouldn't really be a problem if she hadn't claimed that she was going to be spending her own money, but then continually just asked for money to help her in the process of transitioning. And this got a lot of the community very, very, very mad at her, guys. Very bad, when she would later claim that the money doesn't go towards the surgery and only bills. And it doesn't even go to bills. It goes to like dresses that she throws away, which is not surprising, even a small amount. And yeah, she had claimed that all the money was going towards the surgery and was letting people know how much money she needed and had left to do all of her surgeries, which is really great, man. She gets hate on all sides, and some of it, honestly, is the most justified that I've seen on the internet. I don't think harassment or bullying people or going out, I don't think it's, you should be able to say when people are dumb, or doing something that is just blatantly stupid. This doesn't require very much judgment, in my opinion. So that's Elphaba and Paul. The most pathetic, the most foul of all TikTok creators that are British, and there's a lot of them. Oh, there's so many of them, is
Mizzy, the despicable.
You got a nice dog?
She's lovely, she's, yes. Family's dog. Don't run away.
Big gang, whole lot of gangs. Get outside!
Oh, dude, I fucking hate this guy. He sucks. He sucks. His videos literally make my blood boil. If you've spent even a modicum of time on the internet in the last month, you've seen the outrage surrounding this prankster, who's actually just a fucking criminal that calls his crimes pranks. Stole a woman's dog, entered people's homes, and now, guys, oh wow, just hijacking a fucking train. Go to jail forever.
How is that just... Hey, what? How did you get there? Hey, let me get in here. You outside? Hey, hey, the man, let's go. We outside. Hello, can I call the police? The people on the train.
Just go to jail forever. You're an absolute piece of poopy sack. I kind of have to poop right now. I'm thinking about if I need to stop recording and go poop. I'm good. I'm good. Finish the video with me.
You leapfrog over the top of an Orthodox Jewish man standing at the side of the road minding his own business.
Literally vaulting over an Orthodox Jewish man. Dude got arrested for this one, by the way, and it happened before all the other clips he's getting called out for. He's also seen wearing one of these awesome hats that he had stolen, which is fucking amazing too. He just stole this man's hat. Dude committed an actual hate crime against Jewish people. Police have been looking for him. He turned himself in. Of course, it was filmed. The clout chase never ends. And then Mizzy paid a fine of $400 and was back out in the wild. The only stipulation was that he couldn't film people without their consent, and he can't just trespass. Apparently that's just legal in Britain. And he's also banned from a shopping center in East London. He then decided to hijack a train instead because that wasn't specifically outlawed in his court order. And more virality, the cycle begins yet again. My guy just can't catch a break. He's also been banned from TikTok, which is great. That is really good. He's on Twitter now, I think, which fucking sucks. And on May 31st, this year of our Lord, Mizzy uploaded this video to Twitter addressing all the concerns of the public and attempting to set the record straight. My God, that is a brave man. He opens the video melancholically saying he's become known as the TikTok terror or a menace, according to reporting on him, but he's actually not a bad guy. No, of course you're not, Mizzy. It's always the mainstream media they're always over-reporting. They're making you look worse than you actually are. I'm sure this is just for fun. I'm sure this is you're just the face of the youth. Try this in America, Mizzy. I'm sure you'll have the exact same reaction.
Mizzy and Bakari are two different people, isn't it? Bakari is the mastermind behind Mizzy, and I know Mizzy has made some harsh decisions and harsh pranks. Like, not all my pranks are bad. Like, the media picks and chooses what pranks they want to put out there for people to have their own opinion on, and that's why all of this controversy started.
My guy now is pretending to have multiple personalities. That is great. It wasn't me. It was in a flow state. I was on Broadway. I was performing for the masses. But now he's going to be better, guys. Now he's going to be better. Now that he has all this attention on him, he wants to do right. He wants to help young people. He wants to help everyone. Help me, Mizzy. I need money really badly right now. I'm doing something and it's very expensive. It's very expensive. So I have to do it though. I have to do it. I think personally this is a campaign announcement speech that Mizzy has done in the form of a TikTok or whatever, a fucking Twitter video, and he's gonna run for public office and become the mayor of London, guys. Rejoice for Mizzy, the mayor of London! Yay! He's also working with Andrew and Tristan Tate. I did see Tristan tweeted about this, which I hope they can help. I genuinely think they probably could help. In reality, I think they probably don't condone little crimes. Maybe right now they're dealing with their own problems. I think he might turn around a little bit. I do hope he does, by the way, guys. I hope all these people turn around. At the end of the day, I don't really give a fuck. Like if Paul makes good content in 5 years, he had a cringe past. Oh well. Oh well, you know? I'm not saying that's gonna happen. If Mizzy makes good content in 5 years, dude, look at Marky Mark. It's a bad joke. He doesn't like Vietnamese people. Or maybe he didn't. I don't know. And then you got old Greg and James Corden as well, guys. I can't stand James Corden because he replaced my favorite late night host, which was Craig Ferguson. Oh my God, what a legend. And then to be replaced by James Corden. Oh, fuck, I fucking knew. People hate James Corden so much too. I feel bad for him a little bit because how much people hate him. Deserved. So are British TikTokers inherently bad? Not necessarily at things. Like, they're just easily identifiable with their posh accents, their disgusting breakfast choices, so they stick out like sore peckards when one of them does something terrible. Also, just joking. I know British people are just like you and me and stuff. Guys, it's all internet, man. Yeah. I genuinely think with a little bit of critical thinking and continuous, accountability from audiences around the world, I feel like these people could be functioning members of society and have things to offer. I genuinely believe that. I believe Mizzy could do great things, for real. I'm not so sure about Elphaba, but or Paul, but I feel like Mizzy could be turned pretty quickly if he seeks help. Hopefully he does.